Welcome to another Black Ass History Fact. Now today's fact is on Phillis Wheatley. Some of us may have learned about Phillis Wheatley before. I know I have. I learned about her in school, and you know, they only teach us about like 4 figures. Dr. Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Malcolm X, and Frederick Douglass, and Harriet Tubman, my bad, 5. Anyway, we're going to talk about my girl Phillis because honestly, I learned about her at a very young age. I was really heavy into poetry, and Phillis Wheatley is one of the inspirations that inspired me to write poetry. So Phillis Wheatley was born in West Africa. At the age of 7 or 8, she was sold into slavery. She arrived in Boston and was actually purchased by the Wheatley family. So Phillis was tutored by the Wheatley's 18-year-old daughter, Mary. Their son, Nathaniel, also helped them, and this family was actually known as a very progressive family to even treat their slave like this. You know, it was very uncommon for a slave to know how to read and write, let alone for the family who owned them to teach them. Okay. You know, back then it would have been like, oh, they're the good white people. So by the age of 12, Phillis is now able to read both Greek and Latin in like their original form. And like the family's like, oh, this girl ain't really gotta work for real. She's like a little showboat. We can show her off to friends. Like, she's so smart, she's educated, and look at what we did here. So that's what they would do, you know. She became so widely known, I guess, in the area that in 1772, she actually went to court to have to defend her writings. Apparently, they found it difficult to believe that someone that was enslaved could write something as good as she did. Now, she did end up winning the case, and they did end up eventually saying, oh yeah, she definitely wrote this. But sis couldn't get published in Boston at all. So the family ended up taking Phillis on a trip to London. And in London, Phillis actually became super popular. She met a lot of prominent people, and then she ended up actually publishing the very first book of poetry by an African American. The name of the book is called Poems on Various Subjects, Religious and Morale, and feel free to check it out. Phillis Wheatley is very dope. Unfortunately, she died at the age of 31, very young, and actually very poor. She never really reaped the benefits from her writings at all. But we love her, and we salute her, and we thank her.